Hey y'all, this is Diggity once again. Something a little bit different here. I don't know when I'm going to be able to provide my next StarCraft cast. Still waiting on replays and other things to happen. I might try to hunt one down just to produce one today. And I might get taken out of the commission here. As I'm recording this, we're in the middle of lockdown. Not in the middle, towards the tail end of lockdown, hopefully. I am about to get my second vaccine tomorrow. Very excited about that, but that might put me out of commission for a little bit. So I wanted to let you guys know that we are in the golden age, and I really mean that, of StarCraft Brood War availability. There is stuff everywhere to watch. There's too much to keep up with. I feel like back in the day there was MSL, OSL, and Pro League, and that was challenging, but now there is so much content absolutely everywhere. It is phenomenal. Very excited about it. I wanted to make you aware of the StarCraft community resources list. There's one for StarCraft 2 as well if you're interested in that. And this is kind of if you're familiar with GitHub, feel free to actually do a clone of this if you want to make your own list for personal use or to distribute one to the community. If you want this list edited, if there's something on here that's either messed up, I've made several typos. I think at one point, apologies to Bonnet, I put Bonnet, the standard thing here when I was doing personalities, the default was something, I think it was Artosis's thing that was copying and pasting from the background, which is basically the initial blurb was top US Terran. And I edited that for Boneth and left him as a Terran. And I'm like, is this okay with the thing? And he's like, well, I'm not a Protoss, so that was a good way to get out on the first foot. So apologies to Boneth. But yeah, this is a great resource to see all of the different places in the community. I'll go over a little bit in just a second. I want to talk about what's on YouTube first. If you want any edits, updates, things like that on there, if there's something I don't have listed here that you want to see listed, you can either ping me, or if you want a faster response, more likely Lucky Noob, you can find Lucky Noob on several Discord communities, but No Hunters Free for All is the one that he most occupies. If you're looking for me, I tend not to, I do ping around a little bit on Discord, but mostly I am hanging out watching one of the Twitch channels and trolling around in their chats. Oftentimes Artosis, Mullet, etc. Anyway, on YouTube, these are the guys I'm watching right now. Moletrap, of course, he is going back and doing historical casts of OSL, MSL, and Pro League, and he also has VODs and Chill on his Twitch channel, which I gotta say, in the middle of lockdown, has been an absolute treat. It has been something it's really been like home. I don't really know how to describe it any other way. It feels like it is that camaraderie and kind of that, I don't know, it's just great. I highly recommend checking out the backcasts of it or hanging out and joining in it. It's just really fun. It feels like you're just chilling with your friends watching Brood War, kind of like we were outside of lockdown and also back in the day. And I hope that actually is the start, that he continues that series and keeps going with it. But right now he's in the middle of the 2005 Ever OSL. By the time you watch this, that might have advanced. This is of course March 23rd, as you can see on the video. Also, the other channel I keep an eye on is Artosis. I don't watch every single thing he produces, but I do like catching some of his videos here and there. He also ASL saved, and that's the other thing I watch a ton of. So check out this video. Let's talk about ASL. Thanks to everybody who's donated. Keep those donations up. I just want to have a flood of donations towards the ASL cast so that everybody knows that Brood War, that this is, yeah, I feel like in the documentaries, this is the moment people are going to go back to. It's like, oh yeah, this was the moment that things went from, is this going to fade out, to no, this is a long-term thing. This is going to get established by a lot of heroes like Artosis and Tasteless in the community. And of course, there's also the Africa TV Esports channel. This is the ASL 10 season finals video, and they should be posting additional stuff. I believe Tasteless and Artosis's ASL cast will be going to this channel for the English broadcast as well, which I am super excited about. I think that's where it's going, to this official channel. They have all sorts of Brood War and StarCraft 2 content. Of course, ASL is the Premier League. BSL is the Premier League otherwise. I try to catch that live. And there's too much StarCraft to watch. I should mention that. There's too much. So you really have to parse it down to your interests. I'll kind of give you guys an overview of the various things. And it depends on where you're coming from. Are you looking to learn and play the game, or are you looking to casually watch? And those are kind of the two audiences I would segregate. Or are you just looking for like the memes and hilarity? So for memes and hilarity, I feel like Urbmon is, as I've casted him previously, is a really good place for that. Other good guys for that, I think, are Doc Holliday. I'm trying to think of other people that are really in the meme space. Tasteless is somewhere in between, because Tasteless plays. I like watching Tasteless stream because it just feels chill, and his play style, it almost feels like he is kind of got a detached joy with the game, for lack of a better term. And he actually has Artosis clips of Artosis raging in the background. It's so funny. Highly recommend that channel. As far as people that are better for the tutorial side of things, Jaeyoon has a bunch of content that you should check out where it's just really hardcore learning stuff. And he's very articulate. And I feel like more than a lot of the other guys, he is extremely good at explaining things and really breaking it down in kind of an understandable way. Also, of course, Artosis occasionally, although oftentimes he is tilting, so that kind of falls into the more meme side of things. And the third guy is Gypsy. Gypsy oftentimes goes into more tutorial stuff. For the lower end of things, though, I'm going to say Hazely Nut. And actually, Hazely Nut, I feel like she's a big hero in the community. And actually, if I had my say in things, and I was going to put people in charge of the community, the two people I would put in charge are Duran Zeus Parsley. There, I said it right. Wow. Check out his Twitter. Took me 3 times to get it out there, but got it out there. Duran, aka Xeris, and Hazelnut. They were the CSL organizers, and they're just really awesome people. And I feel like, how do I put this? She started playing the game again, and that encouraged me to start playing again. Because it's like, I don't know, stepping out, there's always that ladder anxiety, like, do I really have time for this? Do I, all that sort of stuff. I kind of, I stumbled, but and failed and got waylaid by life. But she has kept going. She is still playing and getting better, and she has drastically improved her skill level. She has coaching from Ver and various other people. And so I feel like on one end, she has good tutorial stuff because she's coming from a lower end approach. Sometimes when Gypsy or Tosis or other people are saying stuff, you really can't apply it because you're just not at that level. Whereas Hazley Nut and the advice she's getting, as particularly for Zerg play, it's more applicable because you're just kind of getting at it. I assume it's just the vast majority of people. You're getting at the level where you can really apply it. So it's awesome to watch her get the coaching and her playing the games. And it's just kind of one of those things where I'm like, yeah, go get it. People playing StarCraft and getting better at the game. It's just really, I don't know, some weird heroic thing, oddly. Um, so support her. Other people out here. So the people I watch the most, hands down, are 80s Mullet, primarily because he has a very, very chill stream. It's kind of self-deprecating and like weirdly bro-ish. I will say there, it does kind of have a bro vibe. So if you're not into that, uh, be aware. You know, it's a little more broy. I oftentimes will check out G5 while I can. G5's hilarious because he will just stream Discord chat, sometimes with himself muted. He does not care about stream quality, but he's just really fun to watch. Otherwise, I'm oftentimes checking out Jayun Urbman. And I'll check out Gypsy every once in a while when he's streaming. And of course, Artosis, probably more than anybody. Oftentimes, I will actually leave my Twitch idling just so Artosis is getting additional streams. But the person I probably watch the most more than anyone, of course, is Artosis. The rest of these guys I catch every once in a while. I'll catch like the Team Think Quick tournament. BSL I'll try to watch as much as I can, but there's just so much content there that I can't catch absolutely everything. But those are the guys I primarily watch. I've watched Master Ray here and there, and of course Moltrap. But the rest of these people I've caught less of. I've seen a little bit of Cadenzi. She's fun to watch. I've seen a little bit of Crossy. I've seen an okay amount of Father here and there. He actually oftentimes is getting, actually, the most recent thing I saw was him getting tutorials from Gypsy, and he's entertaining. I used to watch a lot of Future, but he has not, mostly to try to encourage him because I'm like, yeah, get it. Sort of like in the same sort of way with Hazley, but kind of from the top angle where he's coming back into the scene. He's kind of he's a higher end Protoss player, not like crazy. He's not the top Protoss player in the country. That's usually G5, but he's one of those guys who's like, I'm going to keep fighting through this and getting better at the game regardless. The rest of these guys are on the list. I haven't been able to watch every second because there's just too much to catch. I do catch Quark every once in a while. He's kind of a thorn in Artosis' side. He will do a lot of chatter. He's actually fun to watch commentate, in particular during the Team Think Quick tournaments. Rogues Gallery I like catching because it's just kind of, they do it from more an irreverent side of things, and they really highlight the North American guys in particular, which really enjoy. Sham2 hasn't done Have At You in a while, but Have At You is fun to watch when it's open. And if you want something completely different, there's the AI streams that are under SSCAIT, and their AI streams, so you can watch the computers work at it. So, and I think, yeah, so all these guys I recommend. They're all top players. They all have kind of a different feel, so I'd say check them out, move around, see what you like. There's of course these YouTube personalities. Master Ray has all sorts of random stuff. He's also the creator of SER chart, if you are familiar with that, and that is basically replay organizer slash analyzer for remastered. Nayokin does not have a lot of videos, but they're extremely informative once they're there. These are all the discords that are out there that I am aware of, and there are so many of them. The ones I really want to highlight, though, are CPL in particular, because CPL is a fantastic place if you're looking to just improve in StarCraft. The other one is that's really good for that is Jayun server. Molotopia is more for relaxation, no hunters free for all, same way. If you're looking to get involved in a melee or UMS or something like that, I feel like no hunters free for all is the place you want to go. There's Shield Battery, which is coming back around. If you want to get directly involved in the StarCraft community, as far as like Discord, you're like, I want to use my technical skills either in map editing or programming or something along those lines. The Engineering Bay is a place where you can see the projects that are out there in the world. Initially, I was thinking it would be more a place where I could push specific projects that people are involved in, but I realized that isn't exactly what the community was interested in. And I'm not going to be the one to be like, no, this is what we're doing. Because honestly, I have found that that is not a good long-term strategy to get things accomplished. So instead, it's kind of a place where you can see what's out there and get in contact with the people that are already doing things. So one, you're not re-replicating the wheel, and otherwise you can, yeah, get involved. And that's actually where this is kind of built out of. Team Liquid, of course, I can't fail to mention Team Liquid. It has been the premier and most prestigious StarCraft community forum for years. It's been a little, I don't want to say it's fallen on hard times. It's just there's other stuff happening on Team Liquid now, where Broodwar isn't their exclusive focus. Of course, there's StarCraft 2, there's League of Legends, there's all sorts of stuff now on Team Liquid, which has made it's still the premier forum, but it has made the Broodwar community kind of take a backseat in the spotlight of everything that Team Liquid's doing, of course, because they're big esports thing, and that's just kind of naturally what happens. There are all these tournaments. The ones I want to highlight in particular, BSL for foreigner stuff. It's so fun to watch. ASL, really high quality games. Recently, check out Nayokin and Gypsy do the commentating for that most often. ASL, of course, for the top Korean league. CPL, if you want to get involved in playing yourself, if you have the free time to do so. That's the one thing. If you are doing CPL, this is my one word of warning. Make sure that you have time to commit to do it. And that was the thing where, yeah, I have time. And then it turns out, nope, did not have time. And yeah, I felt bad about that. Really, I actually am wondering if I should put Rogues Gallery as part of this. Rogues Gallery isn't really a tournament. It's more just kind of, we'll see. I'll think about that. It's not exactly an official tournament. It's more kind of like an ad hoc tournament. It's more they could self-describe that. They're great content to watch. Now I feel like I'm being a little bit redundant, so I'll probably end the video here. If you guys have favorite stuff, put it out in the comments. If there's stuff in the community resource list that you want added, either trying to think the best way to do it. I would say hop on one of the discords and pester Lucky Noob. That's the easiest way and fastest way to get that done. If you put it in the YouTube comments here, odds are I will not see it. If you are technically minded, you can go ahead and do pull requests. And again, I encourage you for your own purposes to go ahead and clone this and make your own list. Or if you want, if I all of a sudden abandon, if it was like I get hit by a bus or something, or lightning strikes me, who knows what happens. If I disappear, you guys can always take this from GitHub and start working on it yourself. And I encourage you to do that. I'm not holding this with a tight fist. This is so the community can have a central thing where everybody can take a look at all the resources and all the things there are to watch. So in lieu of me not being around, not being able to produce stuff, there's plenty of other StarCraft to watch just in case that is what you're looking for. But I am going to stick around and I am going to try to produce stuff for you and going to try to do my best, yeah, to keep producing as I can. But yeah, just want to make you guys aware of everything that's out there so you know what is at your fingertips to watch.